Good afternoon, guys. Bino here. It is Sunday, April 12th, 2026. It's just a little bit after 5 p.m. right now. I've already had my cup of coffee, so a bit hyper almost. The caffeine is definitely hitting my sugar and bloodstreams right now. So not feeling sleepy at all, even though I had a pretty heavy lunch today. But on the bright side, I did want to share with you guys that one, as you guys can see, I've got a proper haircut again. So not the disheveled mess that I was in my last video or like yesterday's video. But yeah, definitely feels good to start the new week with a clean haircut, good shower, and a good meal with the family, with my parents. But beyond that, I did kind of spontaneously buy a small little thing off of Amazon the other day, and it got delivered today. I almost missed the delivery as I was heading out to drive a little bit for some other chores in the earlier in the lunchtime. But here it is. It is a little Lord of the Rings notebook, planner, whatever you want to call it. And again, it's like if I take this off here, show you guys a bit better. It is supposed to be a inclusion. It's called a Red Book of West March, Lord of the Rings, Traveler's Notebook Set. So it includes a ruled notebook, a undated weekly planner notebook, and a wallet organizer insert. Unlike I'm going to use some of those things, I think the ruled notebook would be my main choice here. So let me try to get this open. Yep, so here we are. So I love this is one of the reasons why I got it. So as you guys can see, it just says there, even the smallest person can change the future, which again, really bring back to our kind of OG Lord of the Rings protagonist, Frodo Baggins doing the Lord's work in the sense that he really did a lot in that movie and the books themselves. And beyond this, I also really enjoyed this part. So not bad. It's got the One Rings kind of inscription there on the notebook for this one. So the green book that I showed you with the little text there, that's the rolled notebook. Really nice quality. I really like that. One of the reasons why I got this notebook in the first place, again, this is the planner side, is I feel like I've stopped writing things, and I'm not writing things as much as I used to anymore. Everything is so digital, and I miss when I used to be able to just pick up a pen or pencil and write. I even still technically know how to do cursive, but yeah. So love this little book. It only costs like $32 off of Amazon. It even got like that Bilbo Baggins. For those of us who are Lord of the Rings fans, we saw in the Lord of the Rings trilogy movies, Bilbo Baggins was the uncle or the main family member. That could be, again, don't quote me on that part of it. I don't keep up with the lore that accurately these days off the top of my head. But the main thing is, like, this was Bilbo Baggins' kind of storyline, or his kind of autobiography of his adventures. And then Frodo had his own book before he kind of went off, on the last movie there. But yeah, really like this little notebook. It feels pretty good. It's not like cheapy. I mean, obviously, it feels like leather, probably something more synthetic. Of course, it's manufactured in China, but what isn't? I don't mind that. But yeah, I think it's like the right size. I haven't had a like book or notebook in almost, I think, 6 years, because the last time I had a proper notebook was back when I was a biochemistry student in university, and I would have like 2 or 3 notebooks, if not, one for biology labs and then one for chemistry labs. So I used to write a lot of like my procedures and my kind of experiments that I would do with the reagents, and then my kind of thesis and like hypothesis and kind of errors that happen in that. And honestly, about this size of a notebook is what I used to like write in back then. And this is really like a nice little find. I wanted like something from Lord of the Rings, and I would love to have the actual like replica ring, like a really high quality like kind of prop, but it's so expensive, and the ones that you do find, they're very like cheap and like mass produced by some like bootleg website or a third party seller. So didn't want to take the chance. But the book, at least, I think this is a quite reasonable purchase. It's something that will encourage me to write more if I can. So whether I use this as like a personal journal, whether I use it to just kind of scribble random things, or you know, I think one of the reasons why I even got this in the first place is because I used to also write a not a lot, but I think a decent amount of like poetry when I was younger, from like elementary, high school to even like university time. Nowadays, there have been some times where I post on my Instagram some poetry, but I don't know. I think I was in a darker place in between some of those years, so I had things to talk about. I think now I've reached a point where I'm a little bit exhausted some days, so I don't have like anything to really talk or like make poems about. But I know that if I put my mind to it, I can create poetry pretty easily, in the sense that as long as I can pull from something, even from like something that happened today or like how I'm feeling in general, I know that it'll come back to me and I can easily do it. So the skill is not gone, just like playing guitar, like it's ingrained in me to some level. So I can always jump back into it. But I think yeah, this is gonna be like a good way to come up with new poems. I think that's the first thing I'm gonna probably use it more for than as a planner. But on the other side, I think there's a section with the other notebook where I can try to put like some mini goals for myself week to week, whether it be an exercise goal, whether it be like something to like learn a new skill. Again, there's like multiple avenues that I can set mini goals for. And I think if I write it down on a physical pen and paper or like pencil and paper situation, I think that's going to like absorb into me a lot better and give me more of a priority, because I've noticed that once everything becomes digital or it's on my phone, like it's very like distracting and dismissive. Versus if I put something in a more dedicated manner, I think this is going to be less distracting. And that's the thing, like it takes a really long time to build a habit, and it's even tougher to break bad habits in that manner. So yeah, I don't know, this kind of just spoke to me. I just saw this randomly as I was searching for Lord of the Rings merch, and I was like, oh, this is like a very beautiful little like notebook. And for 30 bucks, 32 bucks Canadian, like that's really not that expensive. Quite reasonable actually for like a small little notebook like this as a planner. So I will share this probably with my parents at some point. My mom likes notebooks and drawing and everything, so she'll like something like this, even though she doesn't even know what Lord of the Rings is to that level. But my dad will probably appreciate this. He's also a big Lord of the Rings guy. He's the one that introduced Lord of the Rings to me when I was a kid. So I think he'll like this little notebook too once I show it to him. And the best part, it's in my favorite color. It's in red, and then it's got the kind of the gold lettering for this part and the insignia here at the top for the stars. So yeah, it's gonna be like our North Star, giving us some level of direction and giving us some focus if we can. So that's how I'm starting my new week here as we continue to the second week of April itself. But beyond that, I hope everybody has had a pretty good Sunday as well. Try to spend some time with your family and your friends and your kids if you have kids. Definitely, I think in terms of what I want to wrap this video journal or video vlog for today, I think I have to like come to the terms that I have to be able to share the good things with the bad things. I cannot only share good things. I think so far I've been pretty like straightforward and like clear and open with the things that I talk about on here. Like in yesterday's video, I kind of went on a little rant about subscriptions. But I think that's it, right? We all live in some form of like struggles and pain, and we just want to like have each day go by as smoothly as possible. And obviously that's not going to happen. Things will not go according to schedule, which is fine. But yeah, I think I want to see changes in myself. And sometimes the best way to start that kind of change is in the smallest ways. And I was actually like really debating on putting off the haircut itself, like it's, being in that negative space or the negative mental headspace that I had the last couple of days here and there. Getting the haircut feels like a refresher, because in my depressive state, I could just like let my kind of hygiene and my kind of self maintenance go. But to keep some level of discipline and to keep some level of like good hygiene, not that I've ever had bad hygiene, I've always been pretty good about like taking care of myself, but not to the level that I should be at this point. And it's mainly because of like the mental mood that I'm in at some times. So So this feels good. I was able to get the haircut that I wanted. We've got like spring really literally right around the corner, and this is a good start to the work week itself. So again, I wish everybody a good Monday tomorrow. Get a good amount of sleep tonight if you can, and as usual, let's try not to doom scroll too much on our social media platforms, Instagram in particular. And let's put our energy into the controllables, and let's not waste any energy on the uncontrollables in our lives. And we all are going to try to put our best foot forward as we take each day stride by stride. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.